At first sight, phonics seems to include lots and lots of very complex and long words, things like digraph, split digraph, grapheme, diphthong, phoneme, all this kind of stuff. Lots and lots of words are not really used in normal life by anyone. And so if you're a parent or if you're a teacher that's reasonably new to phonics, it can seem a bit overwhelming, and it just seems really complex. However, luckily, phonics really is not that complicated, I promise you. And a lot of these words just kind of muddy the waters, but they're not really anything to worry about. And a lot of the concepts in these words like grapheme are quite easy to get your head around. So in this video, I'm just going to make sense completely of the word grapheme, so you 100% know what the word grapheme means. And I've thought of 8 simple things that you need to know about graphemes. And we know all of these things, you're unstoppable. That's all you need to know, and it's happy days, and you'll be able to work your magic in phonics. So let's get cracking. Okay, number 1, this is a big one. This is what you want to really remember. A grapheme is a spelling. That in a nutshell is what it is. It's either a letter, a grapheme, or it's a collection of letters that spell a sound. That is basically what it is. So here are just a few examples. Nice easy one to start with. This is a grapheme. It's a written representation of the sound t, or the phoneme t. And it's just one letter. It's this letter T. That's a grapheme. Fantastic. This one as well is one letter. It's a grapheme. It's a grapheme of the sound S. Gets a little complicated though. It doesn't just have to be one letter. This one is one grapheme still. It's just one, even though it's got 2 letters. This makes the sound ch. So yeah, sometimes it can be 2, or it can sometimes be more letters as well. But it's just a representation, a spelling of a sound. Number 2 thing you definitely need to know is that a grapheme is the representation of a phoneme. In layman's terms, this means a grapheme, which is the spelling is how you represent the sound. Phoneme basically equals sound. I've done a whole other video about what phonemes are, but they're basically sounds you make with your mouth. So sh is a phoneme, or e, t, s, a, all that kind of stuff. All phonemes, and you can represent them with the spelling, the grapheme. So just take a look at a few examples. Here are some phonemes written as graphemes. So this one is t, this one is s, this is ch. It's one phoneme, it's got 2 letters, but it's one phoneme. This is sh, again, one phoneme, 2 letters, one grapheme. And this is I, and again, it's one phoneme, it's one grapheme, even though it's got 3 letters. I hope this all makes sense. Next thing you need to know is that graphemes are between 1 and 4 letters long. Most of them are either 1 letter or 2 letters, but there's a few that are 3 or 4. Let me show you a few examples. So, here we go. Clearly the letters of the alphabet are 1 letter graphemes, like v, for example. Also, you get lots of these graphemes where there's 2 letters, like E. There's a few of these where there's 3 letters, like air. And just a few where it's 4, like oo, and words like through, for example. So there we go. It's nice and simple. All graphemes have between 1 and 4 letters. If you find this useful so far, then please do like this video and subscribe to the channel. I do lots and lots of free content like this every week. Top tips for parents, teachers, and anyone that works with children between the ages of about 2 to 6. Lots of hands-on, practical, fun activities, provocations, top tips, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, subscribe and hit the bell. 4th thing you need to know about, this is nice and obvious, this one, there is an order to go in, like anything. And you start simple and you get progressively harder. So children that learn the first few graphemes, it's all things like S, A, T, P, I, N, and you expand into the letters of the alphabet. Then you go on to graphemes with 2 letters in, and then it just gets progressively harder and harder. The 5th thing that it's pretty useful to know about graphemes is that it takes some children quite a long time to actually see them in words. As an example, here we go, I've got written the word shop. A lot of children will try and sound this out a bit like k-op, k-op. It takes them a while to understand and see that this is one grapheme. It's the grapheme ch. And it just takes them a while to spot it and start seeing these in words like ch, op, chop. Number 6 thing that's definitely worth knowing about is sound buttons. These are very exciting but very simple tool that help children spot graphemes in words. So what you do, if you've got a grapheme that's just got 1 letter in, you put a dot under the grapheme, like op, But for the grapheme with 2 letters, like this one, you put a line like this. And this just helps the children see it's one sound, even though it's 2 letters, it's one sound. It's a bit like ch, op, chop, all that kind of stuff. One more example. We've got the word thing, thing. So yeah, super simple, but really effective. Another thing to know about is that some phonemes, some sounds, can be written in different ways. So there are some different graphemes for the same phoneme. So just to make this a bit more clear, hopefully, here is the phoneme oo. And there's at least 3 ways of writing it. There might be more, but there's definitely 3. Oo, like that, like cool, you know, words like that. There's also the EW version, which is still one phoneme, the phoneme oo, in words like you tree, and oo again at the end of words like barbecue. And there's loads of phonemes like that. Loads of phonemes that you can write in lots and lots of different ways. Number 8. There are loads more graphemes than there are phonemes. In the English language, there are just 44 phonemes, and in phonics, children normally learn the first 44 phonemes in about the first year that they're learning phonics. And there are a lot more graphemes. There are at least 250 graphemes in the English language, so it's a much higher quantity than there are phonemes. And so it takes a few years, at least probably 3 years, for children to get their head around all the graphemes there are out there. So there we go. I hope this has all made sense. Drop a comment below if there's anything else you really want to know about, any other bit of phonics or a term you might have heard you want clarifying. I'd love to make a video about that as well. Check out our online courses. We do lots about phonics and other kind of areas of literacy. Check those out. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.